Okay, so these are the 5 classroom rules for Miss Cameron's classroom. 1 is raise your hand to ask a question. 2, keep your hands and feet to yourself. 3, listen to the teacher. 4, always use manners. And 5, take pride in your work. So now I'm going to go back and explain each one. So for the first one is raise your hand to ask a question. This doesn't just mean once you raise your hand that you can start speaking. You have to wait to be called on to ask the question. So after you raise your hand, if I call your name, then you could speak to ask your question. And this can be just to speak, this can be to get out of your seat, this can be to use the bathroom. Any question you need to ask that's appropriate, once you are called on, you can ask. For number 2, keep your hands and feet to yourself. This means no touching others, no touching other people's things, no pushing, no kicking. This is keeping your hands and your feet to yourself at all times, unless directed otherwise or given permission to do otherwise. Number 3, listen to the teacher. So this is when I'm up front talking, this is eyes on me, mouth's closed, and you're pausing whatever you were just previously doing and paying attention to what I am saying to the class, or if it's to you directly. Number 4, always use manners. This should always be done, and it also means like no shouting, no screaming in the classroom, using a quiet tone, which is about this, using this type of tone all the time. And unless you are outside and where you're allowed to be louder, then this is using words such as please and thank you. Waiting your turn to speak, so if I'm speaking or another classmate speaking, not interrupting them and waiting until they're finished speaking for you to talk. And this also means to share with your classmates, whether it's supplies, games, toys, anything. Make sure that you are also allowing other classmates to use as well. And number 5, take pride in your work. This means that you should always be trying your best. You should be happy with what you're handing in, what you're completing. Any of your work, you shouldn't be mad about it. You should be happy because you did your best on it. And you should always be working to the best of your ability. And if you ever need help, don't be afraid to ask. So these are my 5 classroom rules. And if you follow them, we should have a great school year.